So once upon a time, I made a video called the 10 skaters that you'll meet. And then it did really well, so I made it 5 more times. And then I made a video on the 10 skaters that you will not meet. Truly revolutionary content. I even made a 10 Karens that you will meet video, which has surely saved thousands of skaters' lives at this point. But there comes a point where I start to wonder, what have I not done? Have I covered everything there is to cover in skateboarding? This is pretty much a weekly cycle for me. I post a new video, and then I stress about what to upload for the next week, and then I do it last minute. So you can imagine my surprise when I found Lamont Hall's channel. Like, this dude literally copies all of my videos, bro. No, I'm just kidding. His videos came before mine. In fact, his videos inspired me to make my own versions of them. So honestly, without his channel, I'm not sure if I would even be here right now. So anyway, as I was scouring YouTube looking for videos to copy, I found his 10 dads you'll meet at the skate park video. And it was pretty funny, and I thought that I could probably do my own spin-off of it. So that's what today's video is about. But for my version, instead of just dads, I made it for parents in general. After all, it is 2021, and for all I know, your mom could be a Volvo H16 heavy-duty semi-truck with a towing capacity of 325 tons. That is one strong bitch, I gotta hand it to you. So anyway, without taking up any more time, let's just get right into the video. Alright, up first we have the overprotective helicopter parents, also known as the Karen. Now, in reality, it is quite rare to see one of these Karens out in the wild. In fact, I've never actually ran into a Karen at a skate park. I just don't think it happens. But on the internet, there are hundreds of skaters versus haters videos with over 1 million views that will make you believe that these Karens are everywhere. And typically, the videos go something like this. There is some skaters or a skater kind of doing their own thing, just skateboarding, you know, as we do. And then there's some kid, for some reason, kicking around a soccer ball or on a scooter that just gets in the way of everybody at the skate park. And the parents of the said kid don't realize that maybe a skate park isn't the best place for a 5-year-old to play around in, and they decide that instead of maybe going somewhere else, they blame the skaters for making the skate park unsafe because this is a public park and you don't own the skate park. The skate park is owned by the city. It's free to use for anybody. And obviously, this is just really annoying. And if somebody dares challenge the helicopter parents' way of thinking, then they're probably gonna get a threat that they're gonna call cops on you, or they're gonna start swearing at you in front of their kid. But if you swear back at them in front of their kid, they're gonna yell at you for swearing in front of their kid, although they just swear in front of their kid. It's truly astonishing how entitled some adults can feel. And the funniest thing is that they all look the same. Like, I swear it's the same NPC, just copy and pasted in different places with like slightly different variations. The skate park Vigilante Karen starter pack starts with the classic Karen cut or bald head if they're a guy, a very weird power stance with their like knees buckled and their legs further apart than their shoulders, some cheap jewelry, a minivan, a pack of cigs, and a very unhealthy obsession with Facebook. They think that calling the cops is serving justice to the world and saving everybody from the horrible atrocities that skaters cause, which truly shows that there is not a single wrinkle behind that dome piece on their head. Number 2 is the cool dad learning how to skate. Now this is on the complete opposite spectrum as the last one, and I say dad because I don't see any moms picking up a skateboard when they're 40 years old. It just doesn't happen. There's something different. I don't know. And now this dad and their kid are usually padded up all the way because, you know, it's safe. It's a responsible thing to do as a parent. And they're generally the most welcoming and easy people to talk to at the skate park when you see them. And overall, they're just cool, good people. Like, these dads are the ones that bring Capri Suns for the whole skate park because who doesn't love Capri Suns? I love Capri Suns. If you brought that to the skate park, I would like, I would like give you some sort of like donation or something. I don't know. Everybody wishes that their dad was this cool. And although on the internet it may seem like this is a very rare thing to come across, from my personal experience, I have seen this multiple times and it's way more common than anybody being rude or being a Karen at the skate park. Up next is the MILF. The classic skate park MILF is a rare sight to see, and depending where you live, they are rarer than actual Karens. Some people say that they're a myth, others people say that they're just a fairy tale or some sort of legend, but they do in fact exist, and their presence is a blessing to the skate park. They usually drive a so-called foreign truck, which is really just a European SUV. And their kid is usually a scooter kid, but hey, they have a hot mom, they get a pass. And if their kid happens to be a skater, well, I'm sorry, bud, but you're gonna have to deal with everybody calling your mom hot for the rest of your teenage years. But hey, it could be worse. At least you don't have helicopter parents. That is, unless you get the legendary MILF Karen Mom combo. Now this one is truly very impressive, and I have yet to see one of these in person, but I have heard stories from afar that they are truly a sight to behold. So if you do see one, make sure to document it for me and send it my way so I can make a true evaluation of them in my video. And if you're of age and you're thinking of asking them out, well, just do it. Worst case, they'll say no. But if they say yes, make sure that you shave your balls and prepare. Which brings me to the sponsor for today's video. As guys, we all have one common issue, and that is shaving our balls. Now, throughout my years, I have tried my fair share of techniques to keep my family jewels silky smooth. But after a lot of failed attempts and pain, I have finally found a solution. Which is why the sponsor for today's video is Manscaped.com, the global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Manscaped must have seen my previous Swamp Ass Skate Sesh video, and they knew that something had to be done about the tropical rainforest climate that is my buttocks. So they decided to hook me up with the Performance Package 4.0. Now, first things first, I have never been this satisfied with the branding and packaging that I've ever received from any product in the past. They even include a newspaper that you can read while you're in the toilet. Manscaped's branding just aligns with my morals. Now, the real highlight of the Performance Package 4.0 is the Lawn Mower 4.0. This is Manscaped's 4th generation waterproof trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology, which reduces nicks and cuts in the most sensitive parts of the body. I trust the lawnmower so much that I literally shave with my eyes closed. Also included in the Performance Package 4.0 were 2 products that I never knew that I needed: the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Toner Spray. Simply apply the Crop Preserver after your shower for an all-day odor protection, and the Crop Reviver for a convenient spritz with a cooling aloe vera to quickly refreshen the area wherever you need it. For all of you sweaty skaters out there, this is not a recommendation from me, this is a prescription from me. Manscaped really has you covered from head to toe. This is their Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. It's a wireless nose trimmer with the same skin-safe technology as the groin trimmer, so you don't have to worry about tugging or cutting those sensitive nose hairs. It feels... I can't even feel it. And for a limited time only, get all of this plus 2 free gifts of the Shed Travel Bag and Manscaped's anti-chafing boxer briefs, which now I use to record all of my videos in. I'm like serious, like... So click the link in my description down below or go to manscaped.com to get 20% off plus free international shipping and 2 free gifts when you use promo code SKATEORDIE at the checkout. So make sure to check out Manscaped to always use the right tools for the job. Up next is the photographer. The photographer parent is a true neutral if the Karen is a chaotic evil and the cool dad is a lawful good. On one side, they're supporting their child's hobby of skateboarding, which is great and something that we all love to see in skateboarding. But on the other side, do you really need to bring your DSLR and your tripod and your lights and all this whole setup just to film your kid doing some rock to fakies in a mini ramp? Like, if there's some pros doing some crazy stuff and they have a photographer there chilling, then everybody's totally fine to not skate one part of the skate park for a little bit while they do their thing, because most of the time you're gonna see some stuff go down that you never see go down in person. But if you're using a spot that's like kind of busy just to take pictures of your kid, then that's like a different story. And I am a little bit biased about this because my mom's a photographer and I hate getting pictures taken of me because every single family trip turns into a photo shoot. But thankfully she does not go to a skate park with me, so I am totally clear on that end. Up next is the unattentive parent. This is the parent that drops off their kid at the skate park and then just sits in their car on their phone, just like kind of doing their own thing, not paying attention to what their kid's doing. Now, fundamentally, there is nothing wrong with this, especially if the kid is a bit older and they know what they're doing. But when the kid's like 8 years old and they just get dropped off and they're like playing with toys or a soccer ball and like they have a scooter and like a push bicycle or something, and they're just like playing around the skate park getting in everybody's way and nobody can find out where their damn parents are, and they just like try to tell them to stop, but they don't stop because they're a kid and they don't care. And it just gets really annoying, and that's when you should probably step in as a parent and do your responsibility of maybe going to somewhere a bit less busy. And I mean, I swear, these kids that don't have parents watching them are the ultimate menace to the skate park. They don't care. They got no consequences. They will snake you. They will run right in front of you. They will do anything to assert their dominance of not having a parent at the skate park. And it is a truly terrifying sight to see. Up next is the old school skater. Now, this is probably the coolest parent that you could get as a skater. Not only do they support their kids skateboarding, but they are actually skaters themselves. And from what I have seen, most of them are really good at bowls, and even sometimes, if they're old enough, they know some pretty good freestyle tricks as well, if they can still do them. It is typically skaters like these that do the most out there for the community and are often out there helping clean up the park, or maybe build a new ledge, or just helping people learn new things. And everybody else loves them at the park, and if you are their kid, then you're usually really good because you've probably been standing on a skateboard ever since you could walk. And up last, number 7, yeah, I know it's not actually 10, I couldn't think of 10, but this video is long enough already. And up last is the I used to skate dad. Unlike the old school skater, instead of skating back in the day and still skating today, they maybe used to skate back in the day a little bit, and they kind of picked up the lingo, but they probably didn't skate that much or don't skate at all anymore. The I used to skate dad will always tell everybody about how great of a skater they used to be back in the day, and their credentials are always highly questionable. They'll say stuff like, oh hey, Aaron, you know what, the Z boys, those guys suck, man. Me and my crew, we were ages better than them. We are amazing. And they're like, hey, you know what Tony Hawk in his 900? My cousin's brother, he did it before Tony Hawk. But if you ask them to show them some proof or show them some skills, they suddenly have a chronic condition of, I can't do that, I'm sorry, they have some sort of excuse. At the end of the day, they're not really hurting anybody with their excessive cap, and for all you know, it could be true. Although, let's be real, it's probably not. Anyway, that is all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave some suggestions for future videos that you would want me to do in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.